All right, guys. So I attended a class a few weeks ago and just got some great information about it. And so I said to Barb, hey, why don't we do this? And then I know that Lauren also worked on this with like some tech moments. So I've kind of taken a lot of information that I've gotten from different places and put it all into one. And with the goal of this is to be able for you to get those reviews. And we've got a lot of different places. We've got some internet generated. We've got ones that you can generate, but it's the reviews, it's the testimonials. And what I've always tried to do is just help you as agents stand out from the crowd so that when you're in front of clients, if you're, for listing presentation, whatever it is, you want them to pick you over the other 1,500 people that are out there. So again, my name is Sherrie Shaw, and I'm Director of Sales, Marketing, Business Development with Universal Title at the Fredericksburg office. And so we are going to be going over how to get the most out of online reviews. So let me go here and share. All right, can y'all see that? How's that looking?
I can see it.
That's great.
Okay. Yay. There we go. All right. Review this. Ta-da! Boost your online rating. So how many of you right now are using reviews and online ratings?
Not enough.
Okay. Yeah. And that's really what I found. And so basically online reviews can change your business. And again, it can change. I just said it can change it because it can change it for the better or for the worse, depending on how you manage those reviews and how you cultivate those reviews. So let's go on here and Google ourselves. Okay. All right. So what you can do is you can go into, hold on, let me see here. You can open up a new browser, and I'm still sharing my screen. So we're going to go down here to my Chrome and go over here and open up a new browser. And if you guys can do this, you can go on the three little ellipses over to the right, and you can see new incognito window. How's that? You've gone incognito. All right, so we're all going to be doing this together. So go ahead and type in your name and see what comes up. Oh, and see, and this is why you want to do this, because there's someone named Sherrie Shaw who's younger than me that was sentenced to federal prison for robbery. So again, so that's not me. That's what we want to make sure. And so what you want to try to do, so like the first thing that comes up is my Facebook profile. But you want to go down here and just kind of look and see, you can get images.
Hey, Sherrie, we're seeing this PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Not your screen.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. It says it's paused. Hold on. Okay, resume share. Okay.
There are different screen options you can check when you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, I just said
probably checked the PowerPoint and not your Chrome. Let's try that.
Yeah, it's not giving me those options. So I will work on that. All right. So what did you guys find when you Googled yourself? Did you find anything interesting? Were you surprised?
I didn't get there because I wasn't following your screen because your screen.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me stop share on this. And let's see.
Should I be minimizing the Zoom?
Yep. Okay. And let's do share screen. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yes, I have to select a window. Okay. How about now?
Now we're good.
Okay, all right. So what I was saying is that you're going up in the little ellipses over here at the top, and it says new incognito window. And so it's going to show you any news, images, videos, shopping, anything about that's going to come up. Okay. And it is, and I mean, it is kind of interesting. I thought it was interesting too. Like, I mean, I thought I had a pretty unique name, but you look at all the other people on here and you can see just all the different algorithms of Google as well about what shows up as the most important. So again, the first thing that shows up for me is Facebook, but then these next two are not me. And then we come down here and we've got my LinkedIn profile. So you want to check like, the first couple of pages of where you find about yourself, and just so you know, what are other people seeing. And the reason why you want to go in this new incognito tab is because it saves whatever you've been looking for. So if you just go and Google yourself without going incognito, it's only going to show what you've looked up for yourself. Does that make sense?
It's going to remember what you've done before.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's going to remember. So, all right. So let's go back here and let's share my PowerPoint again. Boy, look at me just learning with everybody. All right. So again, I mean, you're an independent contractor, so you're your own chief marketing officer. And so you just, again, you want to make sure that you see what other people are seeing when they look for you. So, all right, next slide here. One of the most important things that I recommend that you're working on right now is Google My Business. And again, this is where you can turn your clients into your greatest advocate. And what Google has done over the past couple of months is they have enhanced their features on the Google My Business so that it's going to help clients be able to find you. And the really great thing is that Google My Business also will differentiate you from other people in your office. Because that's one of the biggest questions. It's like, okay, if I'm at Coldwell Banker Elite or Pathway or Long and Foster or whatever it is, isn't it going to show everyone on there? No, that is, they will separate you as your own separate independent contractor. Okay, so let me just see here. We are going to go on to Google My Business. So let's go. So we're going to look here. All right, is everybody seeing the screen now?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so again, you want to go on to Google My Business. And if you look on, when you pull up like a new tab on Google and you go, again, you go up at the bunch of little dots up at the top, you find that little icon that says Google My Business. So if you do not have a page on Google My Business, that's the first thing that you want to do right now, is you want to claim your page on Google My Business. And, this is something, again, that I want you guys to do. I'm just kind of giving you information right now. This is something that you will do later with kind of filling it in. And again, just remember that every time that you add something, it puts your information back up to the top. So when you first create your page, if you don't already have it on Google My Business, get the bare bones information. So like your name, your office address, your phone number, website, kind of things like that. And then what you want to do is every couple of days go on there and add more information. And it's very user friendly and it will help you. So like if you go up here at the top, it says view plan. So again, Google gives you your own plan about showing you how you can get the most out of the Google My Business reviews. Okay. If we look over here on the left-hand side, there's posts, information, insights, reviews, messaging, photos. And again, photos have got a lot of bang for your buck. So you want to make sure that the photo that you have on here is most recognizable for you as your business. So again, whatever profile picture you have on your website, on your business cards, on your Facebook profile, you want that to be the picture that is on here first, because that's that recognition that you're going to get from people seeing your face. Okay, so and make sure it's an up-to-date one. So that people recognize you. Yes, I'm sure after COVID, I know I have put on the COVID-19, so I'm going to be updating my pictures everywhere so that everyone knows what I really look like now. All right. Any questions while we are here on the Google My Business page? How many of you knew this was here?
I knew it was there, I just didn't use it.
Sorry, what?
Is there a fee or a cost for this?
No, this is not. This is absolutely free. Yeah. And that's the thing, is most of you know me, since I've been doing this for like 8 years, I always try to start out with agents as what's for free. And then there's lots of things that you can do. You can boost ads and you can pay money, and there's lots of things that you can do that is going to increase your awareness. But I like to start with here's the basics, here's something that everyone can do, and then you have that foundation that you can build from. So, and again, this is where you add keywords. And one of the most important things too that you want to do on this is make sure that you have got the map, and so that someone can find you. Okay. Yeah, see, so view on map. So we have all of this information on here. And then again, if you go over here, you can see our reviews. So, you know, and this is the thing, some people are like, oh, you've only got a 4.9. Well, yeah, you know, because we're not, if you were to have all 5-star reviews, more than likely that meant that your mom and your sister and your brother all came on there and reviewed you and just gave you 5 stars. But this shows, you know, real life and everything, you know, what people can expect. Okay. All right. I think I am getting this whole share screen thing right here. Ta-da! So we are going back to my little PowerPoint. There we go. All right. So again, using Google Business to turn your clients into your greatest advocates. That's what you want. I mean, we all know that we work by referral. It's our reputation. It's the word of mouth. That's what we're doing. All right. So just some facts on here. 68% of customers will leave an online review if asked. Okay. And again, that's one of the most important things that I can stress, is that you have to ask. Okay. I just mentioned, you know, yeah, you might start out with having, you know, your husband or sister or somebody leave the first review so that you have something on there, but really asking your clients to leave you a review. And when is the best time to ask? During the transaction. And I would say preferably when they're the happiest. I mean, obviously, if you're having some issues with an appraisal or with a home inspection or something like that, maybe not the best time. You know, but again, sometime between when you're signing the paperwork that they are your client and before or at the closing table. Okay. You know, and you can kind of gauge that, you know, to have some reviews during different steps of the process too. Okay. So 91% of Gen X and Y trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. So again, you know, looking at who is online now, and I'm sure that these figures are probably going to be slightly different now because everyone is online, because everyone is working from home during COVID. But that really is the purpose of these online reviews, is that you want to build that trust. Okay. So when clients are searching, we all know that not everyone, 90% at least are looking, starting their home search online, or, you know, or looking for someone to list their house, and, you know, looking at other houses, maybe like in their neighborhood, to see what they can get. And so that's why, again, that you want to have your online reviews, you want to have that trust built in there, and you want for people to feel like that when they go online and they look at your reviews and they look at your recommendations, that they are getting an accurate picture about what they can expect from you. Okay. All right. So we've got a couple of different ways that we can get reviews. And the first one we're going to talk about are the internet generated reviews. Okay. So again, these are ones, some of the most popular sites that you can look at: Realtor.com. Of course, we looked at Google.com Business, HomeSnap, Yelp, Rate My Agent, Trulia, Zillow. And one thing that a lot of people do forget too is the Better Business Bureau. Because again, as an independent contractor, you are your own business. And so the Better Business Bureau has got enough power that when you have good reviews on there, they push it out for you. So again, you don't have to do as much work. One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of agents have not claimed their profile on Realtor.com. So, I mean, I would say that that's one of the first things to do, too, is when you're doing this, is to go on Realtor.com, search for your name, and claim your profile. And, I mean, it just asks you, is this you? So you want to make sure that you're the one that's in control of the information that people are seeing. And Realtor.com is still one of the most popular ways that people do search. You know, I mean, I do have HomeSnap, Trulia, Zillow on here as far as home search engines, but Realtor.com is still one of the most popular that people are looking for. So have you guys claimed your profile on Realtor.com? I know that a lot of you, you know, are a little bit more seasoned agents on this on this webinar. So hopefully, you know, that's something that you have done. But again, I mean, just take a look at what's on there. You know, that it's not misinformation about you. And then that's also a place where you can ask for reviews. What about HomeSnap? You guys like HomeSnap? Yay or nay? Yeah, okay. And Yelp, you know, I mean, a lot of people look for Yelp as like restaurants or closing stores or something like that, but you can still have the online presence on Yelp because, again, when people are searching, Yelp has got so much power that it will put any information about there for you as well. Now, Rate My Agent is kind of new for me, but, you know, I know that that's something. Have you guys used that Rate My Agent? Okay.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, and so again, this is why that I wanted to put some of the most popular sites on here. I would say you don't necessarily have to be on all of them because one of the worst things you can do is to get on there and then not put anything on your site for 5 years because then it just looks like that you haven't been doing anything. So, yeah.
Well, you're probably going to cover this, Sherrie, but so do I need to go on, and I know like Zillow, it can only come from the client, but am I supposed to go on each of these pages and put, you know, just cut and paste the reviews that I've gotten from people, or how's that working? You know, you're probably going to address this.
Well, and there are a couple different ways that you can do it. And again, it just depends on the site. And so you just have to go and look on the site and look for, you know, but the best way, most of the sites, what they're going to have is leave a review. And we're going to cover this. So you just copy and paste that link and send it to your clients so that it goes directly to them. And again, that's something where, because it's internet generated reviews, they want it to come directly from the client, because if you copy and paste, who says that you haven't changed something? Yeah, so typically for these, it is going to be a direct link to the client, and then they're going to upload it directly to the site.
And that's my only problem. Are you inundating your client with, okay, would you go on these 5 sites and rate me? I mean, and I don't know how it works in practicality, but, you know, right. Or do you say whichever one you want to go on, or do you focus on, say, Zillow? Yeah.
And we're going to get to that. That's an excellent question, Sandy. And we're going to get to a little bit more of that later. So anyways, any questions about these popular sites, or have any of you guys heard about something that you like better?
We use Real Satisfied.
Okay. And you're pretty happy with that?
It's something that when the company generates it, our company includes it as an agent, and we have a staff member that sends it to them. So we get a pretty good response rate, and it allows you to share it on Facebook and whatnot.
Right.
It allows us to market with it, but I don't know if the general public, if they are more likely going to find one from Zillow or Realtor.com. I haven't tested that.
Well, and so this is where too that let me just put a little pin in here. You definitely want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward and your information out there, that you are experienced and that you are the best. But the last thing anyone wants to see is to go look on something and 5 times a day they're seeing posts about how great you are, because it's kind of like, okay, I mean, at the end of the day, we're like, okay, yeah, we know you're great. We know you're awesome. So you just want to kind of try to find that balance of what you're posting, and make sure that you're not inundating people with all of that information. Yeah. And I would say what you're looking for is you're pick like 5 sites, and we're actually going to talk about some more agent sites after this, but you want to have about 5 sites, and you want to have about 5 reviews on each site. Okay. So again, and you want to keep it current, because again, none of us want to see the glamour shop picture on our business cards from 10 years ago. Everyone wants to see now. And so that's what we want to talk about too, is what are the most recent transactions? What's the most recent feedback? And this would be too, like when we're talking about during the transaction, if there's a particular experience that you had, like let's say you're negotiating for the home inspection, that you might want to go ahead and send a link to have your client give you your review on basically your negotiation skills. Okay. And then maybe you want to have someone, if a client had a lot of particular things that they were looking for in a house, and about how you were able to go above and beyond with finding them houses, and even like, houses that were coming soon, or different things like that. So you want to take some of your characteristics, your experience and everything, and look at that throughout the process. I mean, maybe it's just in the beginning and you gave them a really good referral for a lender too, because again, this is all about the referral business. Someone came to you to rent and you actually hooked them up with a lender and they were able to buy, and they didn't realize that. So it's different. There's lots of different things that your clients can give you a review for. The whole process, different part of it, all those kinds of things. Did that answer your question? Yes. Okay, good. All right. So next, we're going to look at the agent-generated reviews, and this is where you want to make sure that you've got your agent website, your Facebook business page, and your LinkedIn page up to date. And so again, this is where you have a little bit more control about what is shown and what is not shown. If you're asking someone just to give their opinion, and it's not necessarily like a poll that they're taking. So as agents, you want to make sure that your agent website, again, just a good marketing tool, that all of your clients, from no matter where they're finding you, that they're pushed back to your website. Again, you are the one that you want your clients to engage with, not necessarily just anyone in Fredericksburg or anyone in Stafford or anyone in a particular area or a particular office or whatever. It is you as the individual that you want the clients to engage with. So that's where you want to have a place on your agent website where you can put those testimonials. And so again, this is just looking at your clients and what their personalities are. And we know we work with all different kind of personalities. And, some people are going to be the ones that they're going to write you this long love letter about just how amazing you were and sprinkle all the fabulous words in there. And then you're going to have some people that you're going to be lucky if they just give you a thumbs up. Okay. All those do count and all those do matter. But again, this is where on your agent website that you can put all of them. And that's where you could even copy and paste some of the ones that were put on the internet generated reviews and have it all. So that's like where everything is going to be on your agent website, and where you do have a little bit more control over that. And you know, and again, you just want to make sure that your agent website, your picture on there, your logos, everything looks similar and familiar. So you're creating, again, that brand recognition for you, and you are the brand. So, and then again on Facebook. So let me go back to my, to my Google browser. Hold on. Share screen. Let's pull up my. Okay. All right. So let's look on here at the Universal Title Facebook page, since that is my business page. I'm the admin for quite a few, so let me get to it. All right. So again, so this is our Facebook page, and this is where you want, you know, a lot of people are on Facebook now. It's not so much the younger kids, but when you're looking at people that are maybe like buying their second house, spending a little bit more money, they are definitely going to be looking on Facebook. And so this is where on your page, if you look over here where it says, woohoo, we've got 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. So make sure that your story is on there, and make sure that people, again, have got the information to where they can find you. So let me just click over here on reviews. And so again, so this is where people are going to, and it says, see, ratings and reviews have changed. So you do want to keep track of that. I mean, when I first started doing, you know, the reviews on this page, it was different than what it's doing now. And before you could erase some of the negative reviews, you can't always do that now. But again, I mean, I think that you want to be transparent as to who you are, and then that's where on your website, you know, that you can just have all the good stuff and all the positives. So this is where people can go on here and write a review, okay? And if you notice on here that I have liked and responded. So again, just with anything that you post online and with social media, having people see it is great. That's awesome. Having people react to it is even better. And then having people comment on it is the best. So with the social media and Facebook algorithms, that's what's going to show up first, is whatever post that you have where people have been commenting on it. Okay.
Does it, is your own comment included in that good stuff?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes.
So it's good not to just like it. If somebody leaves you a review or a comment, you
right.
really should comment and say, right, yeah, that was a great transaction or something.
Well, and again, and here's something too, and I've got it like in the next slide or so, but just you want to make sure that you respond to every review, even the bad ones. If you don't respond to the bad ones, it looks like that you have ignored what someone has said. And so if you respond to it and maybe you're able to help them understand better, they're happy or whatever, I have actually seen people come back and change their reviews. So they can remove it or they can change it. So by your response and by, you know, dealing with it as a professional, that, hey, you know, sorry this happened, whatever, how can I make it better? That's definitely going to help everything on there. And again, it's going to show that you are human. And so how many of you have got, hopefully, your own separate business Facebook page?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. How many of you have gotten reviews on that page?
I have.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to check.
Okay. And that's fine too. I mean, you know, again, what I'm just trying to do with this class is just trying to bring awareness. And, you know, you're not going to be able to do everything all at one time. And I would suggest that you not do that, because you're just going to flood it. And then for like 2 days, you're going to be the most popular. And then, yeah. So, you know, this is always a work in progress. You know, again, just like your business, you know, just like, you know, your life, everything is certainly a work in progress. So just wanted you to kind of take a look at this. You know, and a lot of these people, you know, that are on here, sorry, Jackson wants to call Yaya now, so I'll have to tell him I'll have to come back. So yeah, just kind of looking through here, and you can see again too that like some of these reviews from before, I've even gotten better at it, where some I just like them and now I've started responding to them. So, you know, I mean, it's something where you learn something new and you implement it, and you get better and you stand out better and you share it with others, and then we all get better together. So
If you were going to send an email to your clients and say, have 3 or 5 of these links to the pages that you wanted them to where would you have them land on this Facebook page to make a review?
well, so yeah, I mean, if you go right here, I mean, like I clicked on my reviews. And so if you just go up to the top where you see that you can copy and paste that link up there. Yeah.
So you would do that, not just your main Facebook page. You want to take them directly to where they can review from that page.
Right. Well, I mean, and that's your choice too, depending on your clients. Maybe you want them to go to the whole page and, you know, take a look at the whole thing, because maybe you've posted the picture of them buying their house, you know, at the settlement table, or, you know, or something like that. So the most important thing is to make sure it's a link to your page. And then, you know, sometimes if they're not that tech savvy, you may want to take them specifically to it. If not, you know, they can just look, you know, look at the whole page. And that might be something else too. Say, hey, I would appreciate a review. Take a look at the picture that I posted of you selling your house and moving on with your dreams. You know, something like that. You know, it's the call to action, but you're also giving them the recognition as well. And we respond to good recognition. All right. Any questions about the Facebook page, guys? Okay. I tell you what, I just cannot tell you how proud I am of myself right now with learning how to share my screen. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Man, Sherrie, that's something I would have thought you would have known years ago. You're so good at everything.
Oh, Lord, if you knew. If you knew how many.
You put on a good show anyway.
So to say, if you knew how many selfies got trashed, if you knew that, like, I'm trying to go in here and put this PowerPoint together, and I'm like, okay, how's this going to look, and how's that going to look, and everything. So I have been stressing just a little bit. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing it. It's
You're
really
welcome.
informative.
So again, just one other thing that I have on here is LinkedIn. And this is something that I know some people don't use it at all, and most people use it incorrectly. But this is where, like, your type D personalities, people like in the military, you know, CEOs, this is where they're going to use LinkedIn to really find out about who you are. So this is one thing I can hugely recommend, is to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date. And that you are, you know, posting relative content on there. And so again, LinkedIn would be more of a place talking about industry standards, buyer's market, seller's market, the stats that FAR sends out, you know, about what the market looks like around here. So, you know, I mean, again, LinkedIn is about connecting businesses. So that's where you do want to make sure that you keep it the most professional. But on LinkedIn, what you can do is you can go on there and you can have clients that they can recommend you for certain skills. And that's like a totally separate class. So let me just tell you that if you do not have your LinkedIn profile up to date, certainly get that up to date as soon as possible. And that could just be another avenue that you're using, because it's really quick to go on. If someone goes onto your profile, they can just recommend you for the certain skills that you've listed on there. Okay. All right. Moving right along. All right. So again, the most important thing is to ask for it. So you don't get what you don't ask for. And so you just want to make sure that you are asking for the reviews, for the feedbacks, for the recommendations, and for the referrals. What I suggest is that, again, somewhere during the process, you know, and I mean, you could even send them to different places. You could send them one in the beginning, and then you could send them one just after closing. You know, and one review can be on one site and one review can be, you know, on another. And that's totally okay. Like, especially if you have this dream client that just loves everything you do, that says that you're the best ever, worships the ground that you want on. Yeah, it would be totally okay for them to review you on 2 or 3 different sites. Okay. Um, and so what I suggest is sending them an email with links. And again, that's what's the most important, is that if people have to go looking for how to do something, they're typically not going to do it. I mean, just think about ourselves. If it wasn't something where, you know, Barb had made it so easy where, hey, click this link and you're here, ta-da. Yeah. If you had to go searching for it, you are going to be less apt to actually follow through. And so that's where I suggest sending an email with a link to the sites that you want them to go on. And I suggest giving them 3 choices. And that's just something too, that's always, you know, as an agent, you guys are kind of used to that. You know, you can't steer them in a certain way. So, you know, give your clients 3 choices from what they can, you know, choose from. And so that's where you're going to be able to kind of funnel where you want them to go. So if you're just, you know, you're going to give them, you know, maybe you just give them 2, but you want to look at, you know, try to give them like about 3. I wouldn't give them all 5, because then that's a little bit, you know,
Overwhelming.
yes, very overwhelming. And so, like, let's say, you know, that you want to beef up something on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on realtor.com. Okay, so you send them those 3. So wherever it is that you are trying to build your presence the most, that's where you're going to send them the links. And something else too. Yeah.
I thought I had heard that unless you had at least 5 reviews on Zillow, you were not going to be placed very high in Google and everything. So I kind of was thinking I should be focusing on Zillow.
Yep. That is absolutely true. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and again, all these sites are changing, you know, again, because so many people are working from home now. You know, with the pandemic, and you know, even with everyone searching online, the you know, online, social media, all these sites are really like updating constantly. So you do, I mean, you just got to do a little bit of your homework to, you know, to see where you want to start. Okay. But like I said, I typically would say that if your website is not up to date, you know, if your website doesn't have any testimonials on it, but if you don't have some place where people can really come and find all about you, that's where I would start. So start there, and then if you want to go to Zillow or different places like that. But yes, that is one thing that I have heard too, is that, you know, Zillow definitely wants you to at least have 5 reviews before they're going to put you anywhere.
I probably heard it from you, actually.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily the expert, but I do know how to go and find the information. And I do work with a lot of experts. So, so something else that's really important too is also you can send a text. And again, how many of you have got your phone right there next to you right now? You know, I mean, you may be on this, you know, Zoom training, but you could also have your phone right there. And so that's where sending a text is also just as valuable. And you can do the same thing. You can go on your website, go on your Facebook page from your phone. You can toggle over the address, copy and paste it into a text message. Okay. So, again, we need to use the technology that we have and make it work for us. And typically if someone is just on their phone, they don't have to get up and log in somewhere. Boom, they're going to just click, done, you have your review. And it all takes less than a minute. Okay. And again, just to reiterate this, what I had said before is that you want to make sure that you respond, you acknowledge, and you say thank you. And that's even for the bad reviews. Okay. The best thing that you can start out saying is thank you. And you can, thank you really still does go a long way in this world. And acknowledge what they said, and then, and just to respond and just to have, thank you. I really, I appreciate you. When was the last time that someone told you that they appreciated you? So again, that's where, you're going to show your professionalism and where you stand, out from the crowd, and everyone else, is going to see that they're going to get that next level of service with you. Okay. Good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So again, so the goal is to have 5 reviews on each site that you promote. Okay. So, if your site's bestrealtor.com. So, and what I recommend is what the goal is, you're going to be on 5 sites and you're going to have 5 reviews on 5 sites. So it's 25. Okay. And if you want to have a little, like a few more, that's okay. But the most important thing is keeping it current. Like, no one really cares that you, help them look through the MLS when it was on, in a big binder. Wow, they were really good at looking through the binder and helping me find a house. So, or whatever it is. So, I mean, it really, don't overcomplicate it. Just keep it really simple. Your goal is 25, 5 reviews on each site that you promote. And I suggest having, 5 sites. And again, and the main one would be your business website, your Facebook business page. Those are like the biggest 2 that I can suggest. And then, pick 3 others, whether it's LinkedIn or Trulia, Zillow, HomeSnap. What was the one that you had mentioned, Robin, that you guys do?
It's Real Satisfied.
Real Satisfied. Yeah. Yeah. So again, and your company may have, some of these things that you're not even really aware of, or you weren't sure how to use or whatever, but just trying to keep it really simple and keep it current. Okay.
Okay.
All right, respond to every review, even the bad ones. And I can't reiterate that enough. You're going to do yourself a huge favor just by making sure that you are, honest and transparent, and people are going to see that in you. Okay. All right. Thank you for attending. Now, please give me a review. Here are the links that you can go on to leave me you know what? Actually, I was thinking I needed a new picture, but my hair has grown back out again. I can still keep using this. Okay.
I think you can.
So again, thank you everyone for attending. Thank you to everyone that is on the Facebook Live. Thank you to everyone that has gone back and watched this from the recording. I hope that you got some really useful information, and I hope that this helps you put yourself out there, and that everyone chooses you for their agent.
Good stuff. Thanks, Sherrie. Appreciate. I need the motivation and the information.
I was a cheerleader in high school. I'm sure that kind of comes through. So that's what I do. I like to motivate and encourage. So, any other questions, comments, anything?
Oh, could you show me? Have we stopped recording this for Facebook?
I don't think Facebook ever went live correctly.
Okay. Well, I just was wondering if you could show me again how to go incognito. I think I